everybody. So this is my top 17 anticipated movies. Yeah, so before it was 16, now 15, and now it's 17. I wonder if next year will be 18. Well, we'll have to find out then, but this is my top 17 movies I'm really anticipate to see. Sorry if it took me so long, it's just I had a lot of things doing, like there was other videos I wanted to make, and I finally get to make this video. And yeah, there are some anticipated like trailer breakdowns I want to do later. But anyways, this is my top 17 movies I'm anticipated to see. Now, remember, if you're like, wait, you're excited for this movie, not this movie, but why is this movie so low? Why is this movie so low? I'm excited for this movie more than that movie. Why are you excited for that movie? Well, more than this. Well, this is my own list, this is my own thoughts, so I hope you can appreciate this. So let's begin. Okay, so number 17, Avatar Fire and Ash. Okay, so it's really low on the list because I like the other two Avatar movies, but they're not exactly my favorites. Like, I still like them fine, and they're really interesting movies, and I love the very visual effects, but I feel like the characters could have been better. But I really like how they did the children and everything in there. But and they're pretty good. Like the characters are fine, but I do feel like they maybe could have been a little bit better. But yeah, in the general, like a Navi clone of him, which is kind of funny, and he was pretty cool in the other one. But even though a lot of people thought he was a bit generic, but you know what, I still like to see what happens. There's not a lot to know about this, but I'm fascinated to see what might happen. Okay, so number 16, The Electric State. Okay, I know this is based off a children's novel, but I haven't read it yet, so I don't know that much about it. But I saw the trailer. I like that Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown are in it, and it looks pretty cute and cool. Like there's these robots, and they look like funny mascots, and it's like an action adventure, and I really like to see more of. And there's like these giant ones, and I like to see what's gonna happen. It looks pretty interesting. I like to check it out. Okay, and number 15, Smurfs. Yes, they're making a new animated Smurfs movie, this time animated by Paramount Animation, not Sony. And I don't know if it has any connection to Smurfs The Lost Village, but it's gonna be a musical with a new cast. But I don't know that much about it. I like the Smurfs. I remember watching the original Smurfs show on Teletoon Retro, and I really had a great time watching it. And the live action Neil Patrick Harris movies aren't that great, but I really like Smurfs The Lost Village. I really had a good time watching that, and that tries to be what the Smurfs is from the source material. So I still would like to check out what this is. I heard it's going to be a musical, so it should be cute. It should be a nice, cute movie. Okay, and now number 14, Tron Ares. Okay, so we haven't had a Tron movie since 2011, and that was like over 10 years ago. And I like to see something, they do something with the Tron franchise. There was that cool show Tron Uprising, but that's really it. We really need to see more Tron movies, and I want to know what's going to happen in this movie. I don't know that much about it, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Okay, and number 13, Jurassic World Rebirth. I put this down a low because I like the other Jurassic World movies. The first one's good, but I can understand why a lot of people didn't like the second and third one, like Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. Like they have some problems, but I still like to know what's going to happen in the next one. Like dinosaurs are living among us. I kind of wanted to see some action of how they would handle it, like what I want to see in Dominion, but I don't know that much about it and what's going to be in it. But I should have done more research on this movie. But I'm still excited to see what might happen. Okay, and number 12, Elio. Okay, this is a new Pixar movie where it has aliens in it, and I hope this is what Lightyear could have been. I really like the alien designs, and there's a funny joke where they're like, I ate my mother. It's like, isn't that something your people do? No, it was just a me thing. Everyone was surprised I did it, and that's dark. What I like about that joke is because you can kind of picture that if that was their people, but it is interesting. Like, imagine if a human told an alien, it's like, is that a, because I've seen different tropes where humans and aliens meet each other, and they're like, is that a normal thing you people do? And it's like, nope, just a me thing. And we see humans do that, but not the aliens. And I kind of like to see that they try to do that. But yeah, that's really dark humor. And I like the alien designs. I hope this is a good animated movie about aliens, because any animated movie about sci-fi or aliens, they haven't done very well, actually, not a lot. Well, I'm hoping this will be good because Pixar's on an up and down. Because Inside Out 2 was really great, but I'm hoping this movie was good because we need more originality. Because a lot of people are complaining like, "Oh, Disney's all making all these sequels." Well, we should support an original movie, and Elio looks like a very cute original movie about a little boy and he gets abducted by aliens. There is one joke, and you can tell that there's a lot of dark humor. It's like, I'm trying to get abducted, and the guy's like, what? It's like, no, by aliens. And you can tell there's a lot of dark jokes in this, which is pretty funny. So I'm hoping Elio will be really good. Okay, so number 11, Karate Kid Legacy. Now, I watched the first few episodes of Cobra Kai. Yeah, it came out years ago, and I'm only just watching it now. Yeah, it's weird, but I watched the Karate Kid movies, and I'm hoping this will be good. It looks like all the cast are coming. Jackie Chan from the other Karate Kid movies make an appearance, and I don't know if you need to watch the Netflix series. It might tell its own story, but I would like to see what's going to happen in this. It looks like a really nice story. Number 10, Dogman. Yes, Dogman, and you might be wondering, why Dogman? Well, I own like one book of Dogman, but it's just because when I was a kid, I read the Captain Underpants books, and this is by Dave Pilkey, the same guy who made Captain Underpants. And I grew up reading those books as a kid, and that helped me got into illustrating and writing my own comics. Because, yeah, of all the people who can inspire me to get into creating my own superheroes, it was Dave Pilkey and Captain Underpants. I just really love seeing George and Harold write and draw their own comics, and that gave me the idea to the inspiration to do my own comic book design. But yeah, I am excited to see Dogman. I only read one book or a few, and I like to. I know it's meant for children, but it looks like a fun, cute movie. There's probably some humor for the adults. I mean, it's about a guy that gets a dog head sewed to a dude's body. I mean, that's probably a bit of a dark humor, but I like to see how cute and fun it would be. My only weird nitpick is that I'm a cat lover, so I don't know if I like that Petey is like the main villain. A cat is not like the main villain. There's a little boy kitty, so that might balance it out. But I can't wait to see this movie. It looks like a lot of fun and looks really cute. I wonder if they'll tie it into the Captain Underpants movie, like the George and Harold. We'll have to wait and see. As I review this, it's coming out Friday or tomorrow, but I don't know when I post this video, so we'll have to see when my thoughts are. So right now I don't know what my thoughts are yet. Okay, so number 9, How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake. Okay, so yeah, Disney is famous for doing live action remakes, and now Universal and DreamWorks are throwing their hat in the ring for some reason. I don't know how to feel about a How to Train Your Dragon remake, but I'm gonna wait and see it till it comes out. I hope it's good, but it's just, what's the point in just seeing these characters in live action? I mean, it might look neat, but it's just, we already have the animated movie. Why do we need this? But I'm hoping it'll be good. Maybe they'll tell their own story in a still heartful way. I just hope it's not a shot-for-shot retelling like the live-action Lion King or Beauty and the Beast. But we'll have to wait and find out. Okay, so number 8, the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants. Yes, I put a SpongeBob movie. I've always been very sentimental to SpongeBob. I remember going to see the first SpongeBob movie in 2004, and I haven't seen the other SpongeBob movies in theaters. Like the 2015 movie came out, and I just moved to another town, so I couldn't see it at the time. And the Sponge on the Run came out in 2020, and need I say more what happened in that. So, but I hope it's good. I heard the Flying Dutchman is in it, and Bill Murray's brother, he's not gonna voice the Flying Dutchman in this. It's gonna be Mark Hamill. Yeah, I love Mark Hamill's voice acting in other roles, but he's gonna voice the Flying Dutchman in this. I wonder why. Maybe Murray's retiring, but I hope Mark Hamill does a good job. I wonder what's the story's gonna be. I hope it's really good and I get to see it. It's just I haven't seen a SpongeBob movie in years, and I always loved SpongeBob as a kid. I know the recent episodes haven't been as good. Like season 1 to season 3 are the best ones. Like maybe there's some later episodes I could recommend, and maybe there's some audiences that they would recommend, but we can all agree that season 1 to 3 was the best years of SpongeBob. And I'm glad I grew up at that time. Okay, and number 7, Zootopia 2. Okay, so I loved the first one. I thought it was nice, and I can't wait for the second one. I hope to see more Judy Hopps and the fox. I forgot the fox name. I'm sorry. I'm not good with remembering names, but anyways, I am excited to see this. The first one was really great. I wonder what serious issues they could tackle, and I heard they might go to an underwater and see like underwater sea people like in the second one. So I'm hoping that could be great. Okay, so number 6, Thunderbolts. Okay, so I just did a trailer breakdown. I'm hoping this will be good. Like, oh, so I forgot to mention in my breakdown, Loki's staff make a cameo. Like, I wonder what's that all about, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with the new crew and the Thunderbolts. I like that there's gonna be more practical effects, and like I heard, the actress who played Yolanda really jumped off a cliff, and there's real shots in other places, and I'm hoping this is a good story, and I'm hoping that it's not too much of a task to watch the Disney Plus series. And I texted this to my dad, and he's really excited to see the movie. I'm hoping this will be a great Marvel movie, because as we all know, Marvel movies haven't been doing so well, so I'm really hoping Thunderbolts was good. But another Marvel movie I'm also hoping to be good, number 5, Captain America Brave New World. Okay, so this has like Red Hulk, Sam Wilson as the new Captain America, and you see an Eternal in the background, and I'm hoping this is good. Like, I heard this went through reshoots and re-edits, and I hope all of that pays off and it does a really great job giving us what we want. Like, we get Giancarlo Esposito as a villain, and I can't wait to see what he brings to it. And I finally got his name right, Giancarlo Esposito. And I can't wait to see, he's playing one of the Serpent Societies, and the leader from the Incredible Hulk, like he's gonna be the villain, and I hope he does a great job, and I can't wait to see. And Harrison Ford as Red Hulk, like that's ought to be fun. I hope they actually do something great with this movie. I'm really excited. The marketing looks awesome, and I'm hoping something great will come for this movie. I'm really nervous, but I'm hoping it'll be great. And now, number 4, and this is a weird, I hope you don't think this is a weird one. The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. This is going to be a hand-drawn Looney Tunes movie that's going to come into theaters. And I'm hoping this will be great, because Looney Tunes like Space Jam: A New Legacy bombed at the box office and was widely hated by critics and audiences. Everyone made fun of it. South Park made fun of it.
And then the pandemic came, and then the race wars, and then, just when it seemed like we'd turned a corner, Space Jam 2 came out, and we all just kind of gave up. I'm sorry, I thought about it, and I can't do Space Jam 2. I just can't support Chinese censorship. Oh yeah? Well, if you're not gonna make Space Jam 2, then I'm not gonna make Space Jam 2. And nobody's gonna make Space Jam 2! Yeah! Yeah!
Even Disney made fun of it on The Proud Family Louder and Prouder.
Now Space Jam 1 was a classic. Now this other one, I don't know.
Everyone made fun of how bad it was, and everyone hated it. And then later, they were gonna make Coyote vs. Acme, and they canceled that. They shelved it, and we're never gonna see it. So I'm hoping something Looney Tunes movie related we can finally get, and we can all appreciate. And this looks like a lot of fun. Like, it's paying homage to like classic 50s sci-fi movies with Looney Tunes humors and Porky and Daffy. It feels like a very old retro kind of movie, and I'm hoping something good, something funny, something adorable will come with this. I'm really hoping something Looney Tunes would go. Same with SpongeBob and Dave Pilkey and all the rest. I'm very sentimental to the Looney Tunes. I mean, who isn't? Like, there's people in their 70s who love the Looney Tunes, and who can blame them? And here's another thing I'm very sentimental about. Number 3, Lilo and Stitch. Yes, I'm putting a Disney live-action remake on this, unlike other ones you're glad I didn't put on. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch, the live-action movie. Well, you might be wondering why, but okay, I said this in other videos, but I love the Lilo and Stitch franchise. Like, when I was a kid, Lilo and Stitch, the series, was one of my favorite shows as a kid. I loved watching the heck out of that. It was like one of my favorite shows to watch, and I always get excited when it gets on. I remember crying when I missed an episode if I came home too late. And I really love the movies. I love the direct-to-video sequels. Like everyone says, oh, those Disney direct-to-video sequels are terrible, but for me, I've always felt an attachment to Lilo and Stitch ones. I love Stitch the movie, that was a pilot, and Leroy and Stitch was kind of like the series finale that ended all the things in a great way. And Lilo and Stitch 2 was pretty good. And of course, the first Lilo and Stitch was a classic among fans. Like, I love that. Now, same argument I give for the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake. Like, this probably has the same argument. Like, why do a live action remake of something that already exists? Like, do we really need this? Same with How to Train Your Dragon or every other live action remake in general. But I hope they do something different, or I don't know, like, at least they got Stitch right. Like, of all the things they could do in a live-action remake, I'm glad they did Stitch right. Like, they didn't make him ugly, like that ugly Sonic design. They didn't make him look any better than that Ninja Turtle live-action Michael Bay movie, or they didn't cast a celebrity actor to try to do a weird mimic or have a normal voice. They try to at least give Stitch what he looks like. They cast the original actor, but I don't know much information, but I'm hoping it's at least good enough. I'm prepared a lot of people are gonna hate it and be like, why does this need to be a live action remake? But to be honest, I'm just happy to see anything Lilo and Stitch related in theaters, because believe it or not, I didn't see the first Lilo and Stitch movie in theaters. I didn't see it until I was in 3rd grade and my class watched it for a movie time, and I really loved watching the Lilo and Stitch movie, and that really got me into like the TV show, and I rented them at the video store, and I was really excited to get into Lilo and Stitch. So I'm just happy to see something Lilo and Stitch related in theaters, good or bad. But, well, I hope it'll be good enough. But here's something I am hoping is good, and it's a Marvel movie. Number 2. Fantastic Four First Step. So why of all things this number 2? Well, I'm just hoping something Fantastic Four related will be good. Like, because the MCU is trying to bounce back, and it's really important we at least get one Fantastic Four movie that's good, because a lot of people didn't like the early 2000s ones, and need I say more about the 2015 one, but I just want one good Fantastic Four movie, and there was that 90s movie that not a lot of people remember, but I just want one good Fantastic Four movie, and it's something we always wanted, like a Fantastic Four movie that's kind of in the MCU, like it's part of their multiverse saga, so it exists in a reality where it's like a futuristic 60s. Like that is pretty original. I just wish it was like, and that is part of like the cosmic sci-fi adventure that the Fantastic Four go on, but I am glad it's somewhat part of the MCU, and I'm just hoping for a great Fantastic Four movie. Like Galactus is going to make an appearance, and that I'm excited about, but I just hope one good Fantastic Four movie, because I said this in my Thunderbolts trailer breakdown, because for those of you that don't know this, in Marvel lore, in the Marvel Comics lore, Fantastic Four play big parts in the Marvel universe, like, and they were like the first superhero team that Marvel ever did. Like, I know you can argue there was Captain America and other characters, but like, when the Fantastic Four started, that really gave like the style of what the Marvel characters were. Like that later with Spider-Man, like even the first issue of Spider-Man had the Fantastic Four. So I'm hoping like something great with Fantastic Four. Okay. And number 1, Superman. Okay, so yes, I am excited for Superman. Of all those movies, I'm excited for Superman. Well, because this is a start to a new DC universe, and the last DC universe was really divisive, and a lot of ones were terrible, a lot of ones were good, but I just want one thing good for Superman, and I'm hoping this will start a new DC universe that will be great, and I am looking forward. I like that it tries to have a classic look, like it's like they grab Man of Steel and minus all the stuff people didn't like about Man of Steel and rubbed with all the stuff we liked about the Christopher Reeves movies and the comics and blend together something a lot of Superman fans can appreciate. I just hope this will be a really great one, because DC Comics has been around for like since the 30s. Like DC deserves a great cinematic universe as much as Marvel, and both Fantastic Four and Superman, and they're both coming out the same month, and are both based on classic superheroes that we haven't seen in a while that deserves a good movie. And yes, Superman had lots of good movies, but this is important to a good start to a new cinematic universe that I'm hoping would be great. And I love James Gunn. I love his Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I know some of his later movies have been polarizing, but it kind of makes me sad to hear that because he's the CEO of DC Studios, so I'm hoping something will be great for DC Comics. So I'm hoping this will be a new take, and I can't wait to see like Crypto. I wonder what that kaiju monster is. Well, I'm gonna do a trailer breakdown later, but I'm excited that he's teamed up with other DC superheroes and excited to see what's gonna happen. And I like that how Lex Luthor is. Like, I just recently watched a video that even people who actually liked Batman v Superman and want to defend it as an underrated classic, even they couldn't get behind Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. So I'm hoping we get a good, proper Lex Luthor, and I'm really excited. And I love that it's like the Superman movie looks like it's new, modern, and still paying tribute to the classics. I like that, and I can't wait to see it. Well, anyways, that's my top 17 movies I'm anticipating about. What are your movies you're anticipating about? Sorry if one of them weren't on the list. I hope you are excited for those movies. And what movies are you more excited to see? Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.